Well, it finally happened. My wife found out about me cleaning computers in the game room and has banished me from the game room, at least until she leaves today. So I guess I've learned my lesson. I will not be cleaning PCs inside anymore. Anyway, so these are kind of filthy. I'm going to have to clean them outside even though it's 98 degrees again. I really hope my phone doesn't overheat this time. But what are we building today? Most of the stuff I build are kind of middle of the road to low end, including the stuff that I built before I started recording them. So today I wanted to build a kind of relatively high-end Windows XP machine. I've got an iCafe motherboard here. I don't know who makes it. I used to, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think this has a 4 or 6 core Phenom CPU in it. Not Phenom 2, regular Phenom. Maybe it is Phenom 2, I just don't remember. I have a legendary 8800 GTS. These were amazing cards, especially to SLI. I have, for the first time, an SSD, a 100 gigabyte SSD from, I don't know, I think it's a Samsung. I also have the kind of crappy Wi-Fi card that I was going to put in my big Chungus build, but don't worry, there are upgrades coming for that. That will happen in a future video. I also have a crap ton of USB cards here, not because I think this thing needs any more. I think it's got 4. Yeah, it's already got 4 USB on it. But because I want to test them. I don't know which ones work and which ones don't. For the case, I don't know who made this case, but it's pretty cool looking. Got a blue floppy drive of all things, which is, I think it's just a, wow, that is pretty dusty. I think this is just a cover for a different floppy drive, which actually appears to have a black bezel. We might be stealing that out of here and replacing it with a different beige floppy drive, just because I don't have a lot of those. In fact, I think that's the only one I have right now. It has a Thermaltake power supply, 430 watts, which is pretty impressive for the era. More importantly, it has somewhere in here, that's a spider. Okay, I don't like that. I don't want to touch it now. Anyway, somewhere in here is 6-pin PCIe, which the 8800 does require. So we're going to go ahead, use this power supply tester, and see if this power supply works. And for the record, I know that I sound a lot worse in this room compared to the game room, which has sound deadening. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I apologize. I'm not sure if this is going to be a permanent move. I really hope it isn't. Anyway, there's an optical drive in here. I don't know what it is. We should probably get that found out. How do I take the front off? Do I just pull? I don't want to break it. Looks like I just pulled. Oh wow, that really has not been off in a long time, has it? I don't want to break this. Are there screws holding this in? I think that's a screw. I don't know if it holds it in, but we're taking it out. If I can even get to it, wow. Yeah, this is not a great place to film, and I do genuinely apologize. Oh, come here. It's a familiar looking screw. That looks like one of those crappy screws that came with the other case. I wonder if that one commenter was right about those being for the front panel. Okay. Yeah, that'll come off now. Question is, are there any on the back? There are. Oh, come on. I really don't want to break this. Any more? I see you. Get over here. Does this motherboard have a floppy connector even? I don't think it does, because that's just IDE. Huh. In that case, I'm probably going to just take that floppy drive out. You know, we don't really need it. So let's get that going. Wow. Nothing in here has been touched in a very long time, I can tell, just based on these. How all these screws up with. What the hell? Wait. It has a removable motherboard tray? Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. So let's get this floppy drive out. I apologize about the background noise. That is my workstation. Not a whole lot I can do about that either. I could turn it off, but I don't want to, so maybe this will come off now. Oh boy, let's give it a shot. And I don't like how much that's bending, but it appears to be coming. Those aren't light strips, are they? They might be. That's kind of cool. Does this come off now, please? Boy, that really wants to. There's no more screws. Okay. Nothing broke. That's good. Are those like... They are light strips. Ooh. That's really cool. Okay. Wow. That is filthy. Let me see what I can do about showing you. Oh, there goes the floppy drive. That is a black bezel, okay. And it is also filthy and full of spider webs. Great. I just put my hand in that. Fun. DUD drive, but this is IDE and beige. We're going to take that out, I think. Yeah, because I have a SATA DVD drive that we can use, and SATA ones are much more common. So this can get the hell out of here. Oh, I got an XP key. I'll never use that. Okay. Nothing super special about this. We won't be needing that IDE cable. Why is it greasy? Only around here. What the? Oh, that's probably a leaking capacitor. I need to go wash my hands now. Okay, well, yeah, this case needs to be blown out, but I can't really separate the front panel from it because a lot of the wires that go through have these on the other side, so that's a design. Can I separate any of this? Blue. Wait a minute. There's a clip. There is a clip. Okay. That comes out. That comes out. You might be in luck. Yes. No. Fuck. Wait. That might still fit through. Let me get all the rest of this out. That's a temperature sensor. Thermal probe. Oh, this'll fit. Okay. Front panel separated. Hell yeah. That is pretty dirty too. Let's get that power supply out. Let's do it like this so it doesn't come crashing down. Getting dust everywhere. This thing's filthy. The sheer amount of just massive dust bunnies inside this computer is amazing. I'm going to have to see if I have... Whoa! What is that? Some sort of like vibration mount? Anti-vibration? I'm going to have to see if I have any fans that fits up here. That would be kind of cool. And I think I do. So... Wow, there's like nothing to this case and it's still dirty. Well, let me grab the chunks, at least, and just throw those in the trash. My God, that is disgusting. Okay. That is so gross. Wow, that's just... Yeah. Well, let me take you outside. Well, we're back inside where it isn't quite so hot, and I think it's about time we test this power supply. Yeah. Put that in there. It's got a 4-pin, which will work nicely for this board. I don't know why they put it up against the I/O, but you know, it is what it is. So, I guess at this point we just plug it in. Okay. So the 12-volt rail is at 11.8. That's technically within spec. However, that's not under load. Let's attach a few, oh, that's right, that's an early SATA drive. I'll attach a few peripherals to it and see what happens. Get that one going. Still 11.8. Still at 11.8. Actually, it's at... Let's get another hard drive. Let's get a couple hard drives. I mean, it seems to be okay. We're gonna have all of them power up at the same time. I saw 11.7 for a hot second there. But now it's at 11.9. Honestly, this is within spec. I think we're good. Okay. So power supply is good enough, I'd say. This out of here. So I suppose at this point there's not a whole lot left to do other than to put it together. So let me go ahead and get this cleared off and see what we can do about that. I actually just remembered we have this. So, yeah. We don't need to clear the entire thing off. We can be lazy. Looks like most... Yeah, looks like we're good to go. I've only got... Yeah, we're good. Okay, so the question now seems to be, what kind of standoff is this? Fine thread or coarse thread? Well, that one's fine thread, and I certainly hope it wouldn't be a mix. But you never know with some of these custom builds. Sometimes people run out of standoffs, or they just plain old use them, or lose them rather. So close those to get to this one. I am feeling good about this build. I'm feeling so good that we are going to risk everything and not test this motherboard that I just realized I have not actually tested. It looks okay. I know full well that looks can be deceiving, and in fact often are. Now hold on, there's a new BIOS battery in here. Maybe I did test this and I've simply forgotten. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there could be nothing wrong with this motherboard. So, yeah, let's, I guess the question is, do we put the front panel on before? I think we should. So we're going to go ahead and put our optical drive in. And I don't actually know how far that needs to go, so let's shoot. Okay, maybe I do need to put this on first. Get some of these through here. All those. Power switch. Oops, looks like the blue didn't go through. Oh, get in there. Got those. These ones. And our thermal probe through here. These ones, it's our USB and front panel audio. And then power for something, presumably for the whatever the thermal probe is attached to. Get it there. Okay. So that's in. I guess at this point all we really need to do is get this attached and get that optical drive butted as far that way as I can. These in here. Okay, it's going to snap probably quite loud for you. And then we slide the optical drive forward a bit. Looks like it lines up with hole number 5. Reuse some of the old screws here. 2, 3, and 4. Still some dust bunnies on the screws. We actually should have more screws than we need, for the fine thread ones at least, because we took out the floppy drive and did not put one back in. Ah, shit. I know you can't see me on this side, but all you're missing is me failing quite a lot. Oh my god. What is going on here? Why can't I get this? There we go. Threaded in. Okay. Those two are tight. So let's try this side. I'm trying to do this to where you all can actually see what I'm doing. But unlike most, I have very poor hand-eye coordination. Okay. I think that's in good enough. Okay. So, let's try that fancy motherboard tray. We're gonna stick it on this side for a moment. I did not find any fans for the front yet. Oh no, I kind of do need to find them now if I'm going to install any. The side panel has an intake fan, we'll be fine. Okay, so this needs to go like this. Oh, wait. Bottom slides into a channel there. And the top. Okay. That's pretty good. Now, there's got to be some sort of retention mechanism. I see it. There's a couple screw holes here. There were no screws in them when I got the case. So we're going to just add some. I'm going to assume these are coarse thread. Yep. I'm using flat shoulder coarse thread just because they look a little better. Two. I see a third spot. These are specifically M3.5 screws, coarse thread. Yeah. Okay. Motherboard trays in. Let's get some of the front panel stuff connected up. Oh, and before I forget, let's get the light bar power connected because that's going to be fun to have. Now, can you guys see in here? Now you can. So this connector here is for our front panel lights, and it just kind of clips on like that. I really want to know who made this case. That would be very interesting. First, this is USB. Yes, USB. You can get connected right down there. Then we'll get our front panel audio. Wait a minute. That's not audio. That's Firewire. What? Does this board have a firewire? I don't think it does. No. I mean, I don't have any firewire accessories anyway, so I don't really care that much, but no front panel audio? Ah, no front panel audio. Interesting. Okay. Well, what's next then? We'll ignore the thermal probe for now. I'll get that put somewhere later. Okay, we have front panel, everything else. Now the question is, it doesn't tell me what's what. Let me look that up real quick. It's probably going to be standard Intel, but I don't actually know for sure. I should probably run at least some cables now. Before things get too crazy. I don't even have the other panel on, but that's fine. Okay, there's one. And two. Okay, we're going to leave that one like that for now. Oh. The only two blanks still left in the case happen to be the ones for the graphics card here, because for some reason this motherboard has it way down low. I should have checked that, but I didn't. So here we are. Okay, normally I like to keep those in if I don't need to take them out. So, boy, I hope this motherboard works. I just got back home, took a little break, and I got a extremely spicy quesadilla. If you're ever in Ames, Iowa, go to Rico's Tacos. They are amazing. But I am suffering quite a lot. Oh. I asked them for extra hot sauce, and the guy says, "Hey, want to try our super spicy?" And I said, "Yes." It is delicious, but I'm in pain. So, I'm not sure what to do with this. We'll just... And this is the temperature probe, of course. What do I do with this? Yeah, we'll just jam it down the side of the graphics card. That'll work. We'll just... I don't know what to do with it. I have a big box of RAM here. This uses DDR2. I guess. Let's get the power supply installed. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, that quesadilla. Oh, it was so good. I am in a lot of pain right now. My wife is going to love me later, I'm sure. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. That's finished up here. I don't actually think that I'm going to put the screws back in the front panel. Jesus Christ. And the reason is it's held in with clips just fine. The only thing that these are going to do is hinder me if I have to get the front panel back off. So they can bite me. Meantime, we'll get this 6-pin turret because it is lowest in the case. If I get this installed, we can get it done without being hindered by all the other connectors. Of course, we got with these. So these, I'll just tuck it here for now. And this 4-pin's in a really weird spot. It's right by where the I/O plate should be, but I don't actually have the I/O plate for this. So that'll do. Back fan. I bet you I could take this back fan out, put it in front, and then put a standard 120 in the back. I think I'll do that. We're not going to plug that in yet. We'll get the 24-pin plugged in. I kind of just want to see if this thing works before I go super crazy. So, get in there. On this particular motherboard, the standoffs end right about in line with this fan, but it has this extra bit off to the side without reaching fully to the next set of standoffs. So if I, that flexes quite a bit. Okay, let's see for RAM. Here's a couple of 1 gig sticks. I hope they work, and more importantly, I hope this motherboard accepts them. 1. 2. Let me get a monitor set up. I'll just get this fan moved over. But if I recall, they are 256 meg by 64. And since this machine wants to be such a bitch about it, and they're also 2 gig sticks. Okay, we have 4 gigs. Oh my god, that took way too long. Okay, okay. Let me clean up the RAM here, and yeah, I suppose the next step is throwing drives in and seeing what we get. Okay, now the outside of this PC is still a little bit dirty, but that's because it's been sitting taken apart for the last 2-3 years. So we didn't clean the outside at the beginning of this video, simply because, well, I didn't know where all the panels were. So before I get this all hooked up, we are going to clean it. Oh man, who does that? That was me. I did that. The panel has holes to go through it for the motherboard tray, so I have to take all those out before I put the panel on. That's a very odd design, but I guess it is what it is. Okay. Now the panel. guess this back panel is being put on with screws instead of thumb screws. Oh well. Oh, I guess this top one here didn't necessarily need to come out. Anyway, there's the back panel, and we will have to clean it again. There's wax all over this cable. It's been coming off on the case. Oh! Oh, I also installed a back fan. Forgot to plug that in. Why are you fighting me so much? Wow. That's quality right there. They just popped right out. Okay. Try this again. Jeez. Okay. I won't ever touch that again. I don't have a good way to cable manage it. I just don't. These cases don't have channels in the back. Oh! It's an Apevia case. And that's funny because I just put an Apevia fan in it. Okay. Let's do another daisy chain. We'll just plug this one right in here. Or, yep, there we go. Okay. I'm sure that'll be just fine. And I'm sure it won't be loud at all. So, yeah, those two thumb screws I got out, let's go ahead and install those here. Here. And then, oh yes, that's right. We have one more thing to test. The lights on the front. First, let me put on the last piece of the puzzle. This funky thing. How does this go in? That. Okay. Okay. So. These lights don't appear to work. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's pretty cool looking. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna... Let me get XP installed. I'll be right back. The things I do for you people. Turns out that DVD drive doesn't work. And I don't want to take that front panel off again because it'll break again. Yeah. I'm holding it up for the entire installation. I have a new monitor that I found on the side of the road. I think it works. I hope it works. Ooh. Perfect. I think I left my Windows XP CD in there. Okay. This has been a fight. Gone through 3 different CDs and 2 different DVD drives. In fact, one of them is still sitting up there. So, XP is installed. I forgot to put the Wi-Fi in, but that's okay because today has been a very weird day. Yeah. During one of the first installs, this is like install number 4, something got super corrupted, and it took me a hot minute to figure out exactly what was going on, but basically, any flash drive that I plugged in would have the partitions deleted. So I lost everything that was on this flash drive. I know that there's ways to restore the partitions, but this is 128 gigs, and the free versions of all the different partition tools, other than Gparted, I think, only restore like one small thing at a time. I didn't have time to fix it, so I restored what I could. The core things that mattered would be Snappy Driver Installer, which is like 40 gigabytes. I'm not downloading that again. And a couple of the individual folders, namely my games folder, which has a whole bunch of freeware and abandonware games that I downloaded. And I'm not downloading 40 games again. But the good news is I already had backups of those, and I was able to recover those using the free tools. Everything else kind of sucks to lose, but in the end, not a big deal. I like this cutout they have there to let you access the USB ports there. So let's go ahead. Guess I didn't need to open up that, but let's let's check out what hardware we're running. Looks like a Phenom 9750 quad core. Of course, I put 4 gigs RAM, but this is 32-bit Windows XP. I don't have a copy of 64-bit Windows XP. At least not handy. We can experiment with that some other time. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get Snappy Driver Installer running, and I'll get all these different games installed. I've also picked up Deus Ex, and one of my old favorites, Railroad Tycoon 3. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those installed. God damn it. This is killing me. Everything I try to do just fails. Let's try the GeForce drivers. I have never had a computer fight me as much as this. I started this at like 2 in the afternoon. This is insanity. I might not be able to use Snappy Driver Installer for this. I'm just... I can't have videos do this. I can't waste multiple days only to have something fail, because right now it's looking like this is a... I don't know. This video might not make it. I'm dying here. It hard crashed. This is going to be my last attempt. I've moved it to one of the back USB ports. Let's try just the audio driver. This thing is just killing me. 3 CDs, 2 DVD drives, 4 to 5 installs of Windows. It killed 2 USB sticks. I'm just so done. God damn it. Okay. Let's pick a random one of these. Let's just go for like that one, sure. If this doesn't work, the only thing I can do then is to manually install the drivers, which isn't really all that bad, but I don't have them. I'd have to go get them downloaded, put them on the flash drive, and bring them over here, which, again, not the end of the world, but at this point, I'm not convinced they'll work. What is going on? Oh, also, if I try to install the chipset drivers, it just hard locks up. So, 7-zip data error. Well, I was about to say that despite the fact that this has taken like 8 to 9 hours, today's getting a little better because my wife brought me home some crab rangoon. That's... Huh. Is this... Does this PC have a problem with extracting? Something is seriously wrong with this PC. Close. I don't know if I can finish this video. I'm going to try one more time. Just one. I'm going to toss in a copy of the Ultimate Boot CD to check the RAM to see if the RAM's bad. I don't think it is, but at this point I just don't know. If the RAM check comes back good, I'm going to swap to a different SSD. I like this one because it's 100 gigs and it's an enterprise SSD, so it actually has supercapacitors inside it. It's designed to where if the system encounters a power loss, the SSD itself will have just enough power to complete any write or read operations, reducing the risk of corrupted data. But that doesn't mean the SSD works. So I've got two of these 80 gig Intel ones, which are honestly on their last legs anyway, but I don't know about this video. It's not turning out so good. I'll be back in like 4 more hours once I get Windows installed again. Well, I think that confirms what's wrong. Time to try some more. I have been going at this computer all day. It is now 2 o'clock in the morning. I've fixed the RAM problem. Windows XP is installing. And sometimes you just need to take a step away. I'm walking to the gas station, taking a breather, getting a drink, and as long as everything works out from here, we should be good to go. At least I really hope so. Just need a breather. And wow, this video went way off the rails, way off the script. Oh, that RAM really threw me off. Anyway, let's hope things go decent from this point on. I'll see you in a moment. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. It has officially been 12 hours, over 12 hours, since I began working on this. Actually, over 13 hours. I started working on this computer at about 1:45, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is now 3:20 in the morning, and I am extremely tired, but this is the final stretch with this PC. Now, I know full well that this is going to play Unreal Tournament from 1999 just fine. The main reason I'm actually running it is to just make sure the graphics card is actually functioning. Sure. Oh, that's right, it's arrow keys. Yeah, it's working just fine. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, this runs great. As expected. Okay. We know that works. We also know release my desktop game. This is not the resolution I want to see. No, back to 1440 by 900. Yes, please. Okay. You can get back down there. Well, let's try Unreal Tournament 2004, and we will crank the settings as high as possible. Again, should be no problem for this graphics card. But still want to see, is that as high as that's as high as it goes. Okay. Highest. Highest. Yes. Everything. Oh. It says holy shit if you set it to the highest settings. Okay, that's good. I've never actually done that. Okay, instant action. We'll do a deathmatch. There we go. Injector. Nah, I hate injector. We'll do this one. Okay. Wow, this looks good. I don't know what the frame rate is, but it's good. Oh. I want the flat cannon. Flat cannon, I love this gun. Okay. As I've said many times in the past, I will just play this forever. So, let me get at least another kill. Come on, show me where. I wouldn't stand there if I were you. Yes, excellent. Okay. He must have had extra health. Anyway. Yes. God, I love this game. Okay. I will keep playing forever. Okay, neither of those two games were really surprising in how they played. Both of those games are from before this computer was would have been high-end. Let's see, the 8800 would have been, I want to say, 2007-ish. Actually, that's right around the time the Phenom 2s came out. Or sorry, the Phenoms came out, if I recall correctly. So this is actually a pretty period-accurate PC. So let's go ahead and fire up something a little bit more stressful. Battlefront 2. I know I promised in one of my previous videos that I'd be doing different games, but thanks to one of the earlier iterations of Windows on this PC, the flash drive I had all my games on got wiped, because apparently that's one way that Windows can fail, is it can just erase everything on your thumb drives. So, new game, skip the mission. Already it feels a lot more responsive than usual, even just in the menus. So that's good. And I'll say one thing. Loading from an SSD feels pretty fucking good. Yes. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah. This runs amazingly. I mean, friendly fire. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay. I think this is another game that I would just play forever. I know that a couple minutes does not full performance evaluate equal, but ouch. What are our settings at? That's as high as I go. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Railroad Tycoon 3 is not exactly a graphically demanding game, but I am nostalgic for it. So we're going to fire it up just because I want to. Let's see. Single player. New campaign. Doesn't matter. Settings. Graphics. Ultra high. Video resolution. Full. 1440 by 900. Show frame rate. Ooh. Okay. Anti-8. Yes, I have at least 64 megabytes of RAM. Okay. Click to start playing. Yes. Okay. I loved playing this game. I put so many hours into this. Okay. How do I... that's right, everything is with arrow keys. Yeah. This game runs just fine. Better than anything I've ever experienced. So we would be... Oh. How do I play this again? Station. That's a sound I have not heard in a long time. Build a train. 1 to 2. Bye. Where's the train? There it is. Oh, that's good. Zooming in, we're getting like 45 frames per second. That's surprisingly low. Maybe the game just actually can be demanding. I saw 39 per second. Hey, that's good. Ooh, speed record, 18 miles an hour. Okay, you know what? We're actually gonna save this game. Just good stuff. This PC caused me so much grief, but I'm glad I powered through it. I am so tired. I'd like to thank my singular paid Patreon supporter. I believe it is Sean. I am tired. I'll have to double check that later. You will be in the description for sure with the correct spelling, because I will copy paste directly from Patreon. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. This was a pain. I can't keep making videos like this. I can't spend 13, 14 hours making videos just to release them once a week. Then again, much like everyone else in 2007 who worked on Phenom computers, they probably should have went Core 2 Quad. But I digress. I love AMD, I love weird computers, and this is very, very weird. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure this is going to be another hour-long video, even though I genuinely thought this was going to be like a quick 30-minute throw it together, play some games, have some fun video, but Crucial said otherwise. I also had that bad DVD drive and scratched up CD. One of my friends came over and hung out with my wife and just kind of tossed all my stuff to the side, and they scratched up my CD. So I had to burn another. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. I'm going to bed.